All right. So I was reading the Bible. Well, one of my Bibles, and I was like, because, a lot of times, like, things before us were written. And the beautiful thing about my God is that no matter what was written, you know what I mean? It was written by men, you know what I mean? And things change. The good thing is that when God lives in you and you live for him, you know what I mean, you start seeing like, oh, okay, that doesn't sound like my God. And it was saying about something about stoning. But my God said, he who is without sin cast the first stone, right? So, and Jesus said it. Jesus. And I was like, you know what? Fucking not everything, since everything, a lot of shit was written by men, you know what I mean? Men, women, whatever. And even shit that might have worked then, you know what I mean? The thing about evolution and change and where we're at now, or where, I guess I speak for myself, where I'm at now, you know what I mean? Even shit that I probably wrote in my last life that I had, you know what I mean? Shit, I'd be arguing with that shit too. Shit, I'd be arguing with shit that I probably wrote back in the day. And I'd be like, no, this could be better like this, you know what I mean? And to be honest, in a way, I'm like, damn, I'm at I don't know. I don't like attorneys, but well, shit, I do. I like honest attorneys, but I'd be like, man, that shit. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I'm a little attorney for God. I'm God's attorney. God, I represent you. I represent you, God. And I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I like, and I'm not arguing to argue with the book. You know what I mean? I spend a lot of time alone, so I just be pulling things apart, and not for the point or personal gain. Well, personal gain in the way where how can this be better than it was in the 1900s, or that word can do this. And a lot of things I don't pull apart because a lot of things do make sense. And then some stuff that I wrote, that I read, I'm like, oh shit, I don't get it yet. You know what I mean? Because I'm a work in progress, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't get that yet. My heart doesn't get that yet. The beautiful thing is, if I don't have to turn in the book I'm reading now back to the library anytime soon, and maybe I'll reread it later. You know what I mean? Because as you grow, as I grow, as I evolve, my heart will listen in a different way. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty about change, growth, and evolution is I can see where I'm at. Okay, damn, that's a little deep. I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? But then I could come back and I could be like, oh, okay, that's what that meant. You know what I mean? Because there's certain things that I don't understand and my heart doesn't get it. And there's some words that are too big for me, you know? I'd be like, damn, that motherfucker's deep. That's too deep for me. But that's the beauty about change and evolution, you know what I mean? Is you can come back, reread it later on, and as I grow, as my heart changes, as my mind evolves, I'm like, I have a chance to understand it in a different way. And even the same thing that I wrote and did understand in that time, man, I'm sounding smart, man. Just kidding. I can come back and have a different view, a different opinion. And that's the beauty of all of us. We all have a calling, and it might be different, but it's all for the same gain, for God, for life, for love, for equality. And that's the beauty of our walk. And that's why I've always accepted that my walk looks and sounds different and everybody else's does. That's why they say you got to be authentic. Man, authentic is one of the keys that I think that I stood by, not knowing, you know what I mean? Not knowing, but authentic was one of the keys for me, was accepting the beauty and the imperfection of my authenticity. Ooh, that sounded smart. Hey. Anyways, I'm just a goofball, but I spend a lot of time alone. And the thing is that I see that growth in me when I am sitting here waiting for my dinner to cook in the oven. I sit here and I'm like, where can I find growth? What can I read? What can I do? What can I say? And that's the beauty of it is I focus, and this I got for AA. I'm not taking credit in this. I got this from the NA and AA program. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? The inner work, and I think that's why a lot of times lately I've been keeping to myself to see where I can do some changing and I can do some growth, because the best thing about me spending time alone right now is that I have a chance to look in the mirror, in my soul mirror, and make those adjustments and stuff. Getting prepared for what's to come, and just keep on evolving and being authentic. And honestly, I was looking at one of the women that I love, and I'm like, where were these women at, man? I'm like, God had him hiding from me. Where were they at the whole time? And it's exciting, because I see them, I see me and them, and I hope they see me and them, because I'm over here cheering for, I don't know, like I see them shining and dancing and just being them, they took their calling and they're walking in it, and that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. Thank you. Shout out to all the men and women that took their calling seriously. Thank you.